Oh my gosh! Whew! It is Casey. It's probably been a couple of years. It's been a while. I mean, it's been a week since I've physically seen you. Yes, but yeah, doing a Gourmet Scum Radio. Whew! On YouTube? Have we all? No, yeah. What are you? No. Yeah. So we're back, folks, for more Gourmet Scum Radio in both podcast and video form. Talking about all manner of geek things. Geeky things. You know, comics, toys, movies, television shows. Everything that we love, pretty much. That just doesn't have a set show, per se. So, but we're back in 2021, and, it was an interesting year that we had to deal with, 2020, right? Yeah, you could say that, for sure. It's still going on, in case you didn't notice. Yeah, well, yes, I mean, yeah. You're going to be seeing this for a little bit. Yeah, till we get shot up. Got to get those shots, folks. That Joaquin vaccine. Or we can go outside. Either one of those situations. My glasses are fogging up. So we're going to take a look back at the year that was, as far as the entertainment is concerned, and take a look at the future of entertainment, what we're looking forward to. And that can be any medium. Yes. Books, music, movies, television, toys, comic books, all that stuff. It's exciting. It's exciting. Because Gourmet Scum, I mean, we were doing that, what was that, 2014? Yeah. Then we just stopped. Yeah. You can look on the back on the channel. We did do some Gourmet Scum Radio episodes, but we had a podcast for like 4 years or so. Maybe 4 years. So in those, they're not hosted anymore. I've had some people, I backed everything up though. So I have them all. And there's a lot of juicy, I would say there is a lot of good LBP stuff on there for sure. Yeah. Speaking of LBP, what? Oh, well, yeah. We are in the thick of it, folks. February 2021 is the 30th anniversary of me making films under the name Low Budget Pictures, or just making films where I said, you know what, I'm going to try to do this for real. I was 14 years old in 1991, and I've been doing it ever since, much to my chagrin. But this year we're going to celebrate it. Oh, yeah. We're going to celebrate it with the gang. I don't know what we're going to do other than the reunion that we got, but, I think Casey and I can come up with something special for you fans. I know you did bring up a possible book of some sort. Yeah, we didn't talk about that. We got to talk about that. And for some of you who are like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? And only know the channel from the nostalgia stuff. But I've been making movies for a very long time. Comedy horror films. Casey is my cousin, and he's been in the film since 1996. Yeah. And, for fans out there who love the low budget, no budget, micro budget stuff, you may know him as Teen Ape. That's infamous Teen Ape. Not quite renowned, internationally known. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, there's folks overseas that know the legend. Definitely sure in Romania, I'm pretty huge. Yeah, definitely. Big in Detroit as well, I'm sure. That's exciting. That's I hope we get to do some fun stuff.
We will. I mean, we'll go deeper into this book idea as we go on in this journey. I guess this would be a place where you'll get some LBP Warlock news. Probably a little bit more than some of the other places.
Oh, sure.
I would imagine.
Yeah, and then, I'm sure we can just throw up videos.
Yeah.
Since already on the channel there's some LBP stuff, Warlock home video stuff. So it's there. It's present if you look. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, what do we got to geek out about from 2020, man?
2020. Yeah. I mean, it was a weird year. Really weird. For people like us who are very we love movies.
Yeah.
And we go to the movies.
Yeah.
I worked at a movie theater. It was different. It was kind of cut short. And we didn't really get the stuff that we were promised this year because of a certain disease.
Yeah, we did not get the blockbuster
virus
experience.
So quite frankly, clearly on this list, shows were king. Television shows.
Mm-hmm.
I did my fair share of watching movies, but the majority of them were all old. And that's just what I tend to do anyway. I'm sure there's other people out there, but I'll stand in front of my collection for a good 40 minutes looking over everything, and then I'll be like, you know what? I'll watch Porky's again for the 17th.
Oh, my wife hates it.
100th time. But I'm saying, I don't go for anything new usually.
Oh, no.
I'll always grab,
I'll grab something
Howard the Duck.
Seen. No, definitely do not grab that.
Well, movie. I like Howard the Duck. Speaking of Howard the Duck, I just showed it.
I know, Chad, right?
Chad watched it. Carrie and Reed watched it. Lauren and her friend watched it. I think only Lauren is the only one that liked it.
Chad was like, "This did not age well at all."
Well, I mean, Chad hates everything.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Unless it's the Wizard, he hates everything.
Yeah. It's been a really long time since I've seen it, so.
Well, I still love it. I loved it then, I love it now. But that was interesting to watch a bunch of people who had never really seen it.
Yeah, that's gotta be...
Get their perspective now. Yeah, it's something. But, so we're just going to run down some of the shows and the movies, and I even have some toys that I would like to mention.
Oh,
for 2020. I don't know. I'm sure
I definitely have toys on this.
I'm sure you will overlap.
Yeah.
Or when I mention something, you'll say, I watch this.
Yeah.
So my movie list is pretty short. I don't know what your movie watching was in 2020, really.
Well,
what was that like, other than the stuff we saw together, which was one movie?
I mean, I watched, I watched what we watched. I mean, go through your list and I'll jump in.
Well, first thing is Underwater.
Was that with Kristen Stewart?
Yeah.
Really?
So, did you see it?
No.
Okay.
I guess I didn't. I just was like, I automatically dismiss Kristen Stewart for the most part. Yeah.
I absolutely did. And I didn't, I didn't see it in the theater.
Right.
But I saw it at home. I'm talking about 2020 releases that I watched at home for the most part.
Yeah, we're only talking about 2020 actual movies, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Underwater was something that Katie and I, it was just like a night. We were just like, let's look through stuff.
Yeah.
And we have HBO Max. And we know the movie came out in January of 2020.
Okay.
It didn't really do anything. And I didn't even know much about it. So we read the synopsis. And then we were like, oh.
It's a sci-fi movie, right?
Yeah. Well, it's a monster movie.
Okay.
A big monster.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Godzilla-sized
like
monster.
a kaiju, really? Okay.
And it was really cool.
Okay.
It was really cool.
You are not the first person to say something, but the other person that I know, I was just like, he's a Bobby. He like loves everything.
Bobby loves
so I was
everything.
just like, I don't. Sorry, Bobby, but you love everything. So I just was like, okay, sure, dude.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Believe me.
Okay.
We were shocked.
I'll put it on the queue because we do try to look for new things.
It's just a solid sci-fi horror film.
Okay.
Yeah, it was decent, man.
I will, like I said, I'll check it out. Here's the thing, I don't even hate Kristen Stewart. I don't. Like, I think she doesn't do good at acting, and I think she makes shitty choices. But
she was fine in this movie.
But that's what I mean. Like, I have seen her in other things where I was just like, okay, you're okay. You're an all-right actress.
Yeah, she was fine in this movie. It's everything that, like, it's the premise. Okay. It's how it makes you feel. You know, like kind of like The Descent.
Oh, wow.
It just puts you in this like I would hate to be in this situation.
Yeah.
And then the stuff is really neat. Like
okay,
this would freak me out.
I love to get freaked out.
Yeah, nuts and butts. And then of course, we did see in theaters, which was Bad Boys for Life. And it turns out that it was the biggest movie of 2020 as far as box office is concerned because of the situation. But yeah, it was also a great movie. Yes, it is. It was true to form.
Yes,
they came back with a triple punch, and it was great.
Yeah, triple treat.
And the movie looks fantastic, and it's funny and fun and action packed, and
it didn't skip it was right where you needed Bad Boys to be. Honestly,
yeah,
it really I don't know, what was it, 14 years later or something? Like they just
something ridiculous like
they
that.
didn't even act like any time passed. I loved it. Loved it.
It was great. The last movie I saw in theaters is on my list. The Invisible Man.
Yeah.
I
didn't see it in the theater, but I saw it at home, and we loved it. But Jason Blum, man, I just adore that.
Not everything he does is great, but
I
really like Ma.
I loved Ma.
Did you?
Did you watch it?
I don't know if I'd like Ma.
I think you would because it is so stupid. And I think that part of you, if you
did you see Black Christmas?
I didn't watch Black Christmas. But we just watched Fantasy Island the other day.
I wouldn't watch Fantasy
You would not
Island.
like that.
No fucking way.
But Ma, I actually feel like it's so dumb. It's very, Meter Man. Like, she gets offended for some stupid-ass reason and then torments and kills these kids. I felt like, this is so dumb.
Alright, I'll give it a shot.
So that was the only reason why.
But Black Christmas was deplorable.
Right. Okay, so yeah, I'm sure not everything, terrible. But I do like
for the most part,
I like Jason Blum.
Blumhouse knocks it out of the park. Yeah. For me, for sure. They do. They have more hits than misses, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. That's all.
And I didn't get to see, because I'm sure it would have been on my 2020 list, but I didn't get to see Freaky.
Freaky's good. That is on my list, and it is very good. Yeah.
Knowing how much I love that writer-director.
Yeah.
I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
Again, it's an old-school 80s movie with some updated, humor and stuff like that. And for me, I will watch even if it's shitty, any body-swapping movie. That is my kryptonite. Any of them.
The Change Up.
I love that movie. Come on. Ryan Reynolds and we're pissing in the storm and that's what makes us change. Oh my god, I love it. That's a great movie.
Katie really liked it.
She's never seen it? Or have you seen it?
We had never seen it.
Oh yeah.
We were just like, okay, let's do the body swap thing.
Oh, I remember
some body swapping.
When it came out, I was like, I gotta see these guys.
I remember just being like, are they really going to be able to capture that magic of terrible body swapping? It was fun.
It was a fun movie.
It was fun. Yeah. So a 2020 movie. Now this is everything else.
Invisible Man's great, guys.
Yeah, Invisible Man
is
really
fantastic. Good movie if you haven't seen it.
And on 4K at home. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, everyone's a good actor. It's a good movie.
I really dug The Hunt.
See, I actually tried to get her to watch it the other day, and she was like, I don't want to watch something depressing. And I was like,
Have you seen it though?
No.
Oh, okay.
I want to.
Well, it's fun.
I know it is, but I'm like she's hunting or getting hunted or.
But you got to see it.
You know what we watched?
It's fun.
Oh, go on.
Yeah,
I want to watch it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if was it last year. We just watched Guns Akimbo the other day.
That was this year. That was 2020.
We loved it.
Yeah, I liked it too. It didn't make my list.
Yeah.
As one of the ones that really stood out that I would watch again, but
I'd totally watch that again.
We're good.
Okay.
But yeah, it was fun. I love that Sam Weaving.
Oh yeah.
I dug Extraction.
Is
on
that
Netflix.
Hemsworth?
Chris Hemsworth.
Very well.
It was a solid.
The action was very good.
Yeah, it was a solid action movie.
Yeah.
I dug it. In the same vein, The Old Guard.
Yeah, I just wrote that down. Yep.
We really enjoyed that, and I know that they're continuing.
Actually, they're continuing with both.
Oh, another Extraction?
Yeah, that was like almost immediately confirmed.
Wow.
And then Old Guard is like
Old Guard
it's a comic. So.
Yeah. But I am intrigued by the mythology of the Old Guard.
Yeah.
So I'm glad they're
going
to
a good ending.
Do more of those.
Really good ending.
Again, this is all Netflix. Babysitter 2. I really enjoyed.
That was like so good. So good.
I like the first one better, but I did really enjoy part 2.
Yeah.
This is the stuff that really makes me kind of butthurt that nobody knows about me and the films we've made and this group
G.
And our group and because this stuff is getting made and
it's completely absurd.
We're just languishing.
It's just
but
got some things in the works.
We'll see maybe there'll be a couple of
Big G's
things coming up.
We'll see it.
Netflix.
Love that movie.
I really liked Enola Holmes.
I didn't watch it.
You watch it? Oh.
No, Nish watched it, and
I dug it. I love Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, I do too.
I love that time period as well, and it's super fun. And everybody in it is great. Everybody in it is great, and it's quirky and weird, and also I don't know. It's cool. And Enola talks to the audience through the whole
breaks
movie.
The fourth wall.
Yeah. It's really neat. I don't know. I just really dug it. I think it's solid. Solid. I would see more adventures with that crew.
That's on the list. She watched it, and I kind of was like in and out, checking it out.
No, it's worth it. It's worth it.
See this.
Some of you guys are gonna be like, ugh. But I loved Hubie Halloween.
Well, I mean, if you are an old school Adam Sandler fan, then of course you would. Like, if you are a 90s Adam Sandler fan, then this is like...
Early 90s.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore. That's what it's like.
This is funny. I don't know. It even had Katie laughing through the whole thing, which was shocking. But talk about absurd comedy. I hate Kevin James. I hate him. So that was a pox on that film. But everybody else, and that character, and the fun of it, and the Halloween of it, the music, the stupidity. I don't know. I was shocked that I loved it so much. So, I mean, if that actually came out, I would buy that. totally would have been like, this is great.
Yeah. I wonder why.
I think Sandler is very content with just making movies for Netflix now.
I'm sure he is. I'm sure
they give him the money.
They give him the money and they let him do anything
whatever he wants, and people watch it. So
I liked his other Missy last year.
I think that was this year. I didn't like that as much.
I know you didn't. I thought that movie was super funny though. Not like, it's on the top of my list, but I definitely laughed.
Now this was like December, and this was a rental, but the the Mel Gibson Santa Claus movie Fat Man, surprisingly very entertaining. Very entertaining. Both Katie and I really loved it, and we liked it so much that we want to own it and make it a staple every year.
It's a Christmas movie then.
Well, he's Santa Claus.
Okay.
But
he kills people?
But like Die Hard meets Santa Claus. You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
Sweet. Yeah, it's really different and weird, but it worked. It really worked for me. I don't know. I'm sure people thought it was horrendous, but I don't know. We had a good time with it. It was a different take. It was a fun take on the whole Santa Claus thing.
Hey man, I'll watch that. Totally. I will check that out.
So yeah. I saw some documentaries this year too. One of them being, I watched The Last Blockbuster, and it was good, but I don't have an affinity for Blockbuster like people do.
Yeah, well, we didn't have one.
We didn't grow up with a Blockbuster, and I didn't go to Blockbuster until I moved to Rochester.
Well, that's like Toys R Us, man. It's like, yeah.
Well, I had visited Toys R Us in my youth, and it like blew me away.
It blew me away.
But we didn't have a Toys R Us.
But it wasn't like KB. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, that's all I mean. Like, I love Toys R Us, I get it and all that, but like, same thing, Blockbuster, until I went to Buffalo, I never really had a reason to rent from it. We had
we had mom and pop.
Yeah, we just had mom and pop places.
And that, for me, is far more important and more nostalgic than a Blockbuster.
Yeah.
So, I was entertained. I just didn't have the reverence or love that...
You didn't have the feelings for it?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
All right.
I also saw the Ren and Stimpy documentary.
Oh.
Which was very interesting. I had no idea about the controversy surrounding John Cristofalucci. And they do touch on it. I mean, they talk to him about it. Do you know the controversy?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, well...
is he like a pedophile or something?
He likes young women.
Ugh.
He definitely likes young women.
Alright.
And, they point blank talk about it, and he talks about it. I mean, listen, they weren't, 12, 13 years old.
Okay.
But it just was an eye-opener. But it was also an eye-opener to see the rise and sort of downfall of him and his own creation within Nickelodeon, which they go through.
Yeah.
They talked to everybody who was there at the time. They talked to the former prez of Nick and all this stuff. And
where's that documentary?
It's on Amazon Prime.
Huh, okay.
But it was really fascinating. Really fascinating. If you loved Ren and Stimpy like I did...
I definitely did.
Definitely got to watch the doc. It's super interesting. And nostalgic, really. It really is. And in that vein, the Orange Years, which is the Nickelodeon documentary. That was great. It really was. It was so good.
That one I'm the most excited to watch.
They go through the beginning to now.
Okay.
You know? And it's interesting and entertaining and super nostalgic. Super just, oh my god, like, you know.
I hope they do one like that for MTV.
Like
up
they
through
really should.
Like when they stop doing what they do, you know, stop doing music.
Yeah, the 14 years of music.
Well, go through like up to like TRL. You know what I mean? Like I would like go there and stop.
Dude, they started changing as soon as they fucking brought on the Real World.
Yeah, I know.
Forget about it.
So go all the way through that though, because I would love to see that too.
I'm surprised nobody has, and you know what? We should. We should do an MTV documentary.
We'll do it.
And we should do this. I'm serious. Like, why hasn't somebody done this? Like,
wasn't the ska doc last year though? Pick it up.
No,
it wasn't.
No, 2019.
Okay, what about Wolfman's Got Nards?
Well, I mean, I guess the release of Wolfman's Got Nards was 2020. Yes,
it did.
And I was gonna say that.
Okay.
I do own that. That was a great documentary. If you love the Monster Squad, and if you saw it growing up, like most 40-somethings did, then it's gonna give you the heart. It's gonna pull on your heartstrings. It is a great documentary, super nostalgic, and there's so much love for that movie in this doc from all the fans, from celebrities. Celebrities are in it.
Sweet.
Yeah, Seth Green pops up in it.
Really?
Talking about Monster Squad.
Right.
Yeah. It's a true like fan love letter to that movie. So, if you have the means, I highly recommend picking one up. It's on Amazon now. You can just get it. You can either rent it or you can buy the Blu-ray. So those were the movies.
Let me see if I got anything else.
What do you got going on there, movie-wise?
The only other thing that you didn't say that I really enjoyed movie-wise was Birds of Prey.
Oh, I hated it.
I loved it.
Oh, I hated it. You surprise me sometimes, man.
I thought it was a lot of fun.
I thought it was a giant mess. I was like, oh my goodness. It was a mess.
Hey?
And I thought the performances were terrible. I thought it was super cheesy in parts. And I love cheese, but this was like, really, guys? I don't know. It was a real sluggish to get through.
Well, we had a lot of fun with that movie.
Yeah, hey, that's great. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I wish I did.
We watched Tenet.
Oh, I had no interest.
Literally makes no sense.
That guy.
He was cool, but I couldn't tell you what happened.
He's so far up his own ass.
He definitely is. Definitely is. Alright, so what's next?
Television.
You might want to just run through that list, because TV was out of control this year.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing.
You're probably going to agree with a lot of this.
Right.
Too.
The best thing about 2020 was how much stuff they gave us and how much time we had to watch it.
Yeah, listen, I am sort of a hermit anyway, and I watch stuff all the time anyway, but this was an embarrassment of riches. And the streaming services knew it, because that was really the bread and butter. That was it. Like,
yeah.
that was our entertainment for the year. Yeah. And for me, boy, did they knock it out of the park.
Yeah. Really,
we got so much great material. I mean, I just have to talk about it right now.
All right, what do you got?
So, now this is in no particular order. These are the shows that I really loved. Raised by Wolves.
Still didn't watch it yet.
This is
well, you watched way more than I did anyway.
HBO Max. This was like the sort of the launch show, and it is a trippy sci-fi show.
Yeah.
Like,
I want it. I want it so bad.
you know, it's produced by Ridley Scott.
He directed what? One or
It
two
is.
episodes?
I think the first 2 episodes, because it's like a big long
Yeah.
chunk.
But super weird,
Yeah.
super interesting. Like halfway through, we hated it, but we just kept watching it because we were so intrigued.
Great.
I mean, it's just because it's just so like incredibly odd and frustrating, but but really entertaining, and the stuff that they're throwing at you is really interesting. The sci-fi of it all, so interesting, and I know they're making more. So, I mean, I'm on board, just because of how cool and weird it was.
Well, those are things I love. Cool, weird things.
Season 3 of Westworld. Did you watch season? No? Have you watched any of Westworld?
I've seen the first season.
And you didn't like it?
I liked it.
Oh.
I didn't really... I guess I was like... I wanted them to keep going into the different worlds if they were going to do it. Like, Rome World and, you know, like they do in the movie. But where they got out and it was like going into the real world, I was like, I don't know if I really care about this. Like, robots getting into the human world. Like, I've seen those sort of things.
Pretty neat. It's
hey, maybe
it's very good.
You know, we've thought about it. We thought about going back to it. I did not like it.
Yeah,
I liked it.
It's good. So bring it on.
All right.
Bring on season 4. I mean, they take forever to do that show, so we'll probably see it next year sometime.
Who knows what's...
certainly with everything that's going on.
Exactly.
Saved by the Bell.
Yep.
This is right up there for me. This was a wonderful surprise of not the surprise that we didn't know it was happening.
No, the surprise how good it was.
It was good. Now,
great.
there's a lot of, like, you know,
Great.
and what's interesting is I saw a lot of hate coming from, like, girls, you know? And I think
Really?
but I think it's because they probably watched the show just because of Slater and Zach and how hot and blah, 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 blah. So now those girls are in their late 30s and 40s, and I think they just expected kind of the same show.
I mean, it's a female-driven show. Like, really?
But the
That's
show
so
is
weird.
basically nostalgia / absurd comedy.
Yeah.
It's a cross between Saved by the Bell and the comedy of, like, 30 Rock, Kimmy Schmidt.
Yeah.
And
Strangers with Candy.
there's people, I mean, you know, there's writers on those shows
Yeah.
that are writing the new Saved by the Bell.
Yeah.
And for me, they knocked it out of the park. They give you the right amount of nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
They give you the right amount of poking fun at the show. You know, reverence and love for the show. And then give you some fun and silly and interesting new characters to take you on this new Bayside adventure. While still giving you that, you know, that smack of the original that you loved.
Yeah. My wife loved it, and she doesn't even give a shit about the old... I mean, she doesn't hate Saved by the Bell, but she by no means is like, I love Saved by the Bell. I've been begging my sister to watch it. I don't know what she's doing.
Well, it's great.
It's so good.
I
So
really
so
dug
good.
it. Another one that I dug that I just found out that they're not doing another season, which is a real bummer for me. But the show based on Stephen King's The Outsider.
Oh.
Did you watch it?
No.
It's good.
Well, now that you say that, it's like not going to make me rush to see it.
I know, but I mean, it does have a
It does?
It doesn't have an ending.
Okay.
But but there was like, oh, they can go do another one.
Okay.
You know? And then they recently were like, no, it's canceled.
That's too bad.
It is too bad because...
Ben Mendelsohn is so good.
The potential of what could have been is really cool. And it's a fantastic horror, sci-fi... fun. I mean, it's good. It's good.
Right.
Great performances. Creepy and weird. And both Katie and I really dug it.
All right. I need to watch it.
Another one we dug was Upload.
That was on. I loved this show. Like, I'm telling you, when I was watching it, I thought the idea was brilliant. I thought it was funny enough, you know what I mean? But I thought it was, like, really heartfelt. Like, what the fuck would you do? You know what I mean? If you had this opportunity to keep living and, like, I loved the main girl. Absolutely loved her. I thought she was really great. And I think Robbie Amell, like, I like that guy anyway. Like, I like that Ark movie. Did you watch that one where, like, they had superpowers?
I did.
I thought that was decent.
Yeah, it was
like, he's like a, he's not like a Tom Cruise, but I thought he was, like, the best that he's ever been was in this show.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was a brilliant
Upload is
show.
good. Do you know if they're going to do more?
I don't. Yeah, I don't
Well,
know.
they should.
They really should.
I mean, I don't know if Amazon is just basically canceling everything just because of the Lord of the Rings and the amount of money that they're putting into that show.
Other than The Boys, of course.
Oh, yeah, The Boys. Which is on the list.
Yeah, for sure.
We might as well say The Boys. The Boys Season 2 was fantastic.
The whale scene alone was enough to give me, to take my money.
Yeah, you like that whale scene.
It's so crazy.
Yeah, but,
Have you seen that before?
There's better stuff. There's better stuff in the show. That didn't impress me. But the show impresses me. So I'm like, let's go.
Yeah.
Season 3, super duper. Elizabeth Shue.
Super duper.
Oh my goodness.
She's my favorite thing of 2021. Her Cobra Kai, cameo there is great.
Yeah, but she's yeah.
It was a good season.
Yeah.
I very much enjoyed
The Boys Season 2 for sure. Fantastic. Now I don't know if you watched this, and again Netflix canceled it, which sucks.
Don't tell me.
It's called I Am Not Okay With This.
Is that the one with the girl from It?
Yeah.
No, I didn't watch it.
Oh, it's good.
It was another one of those... Here's the thing, nowadays, because there's so much good stuff, when it's a first season, if I'm on the fence, I'll usually wait. I'll usually go, is it gonna get... And now especially, with the landscape, I really have to,
unfortunately, you probably don't need to see it now.
Yeah, it's like...
Because it is clear, like...
They're gotta do...
You had to do a part, Season 2.
Yeah.
Because they ended on such a cliffhanger.
Yeah, see, now I won't watch it. It's like,
and they canned it.
Alright.
Which sucks. But it was good. It was a really fun, different superhero thing. And it was cool. I loved this, but I didn't love it as much as the first one. But The Haunting of Bly Manor.
Loved it.
I love the first one slightly more, but this one was great.
Maybe because the first one's a little bit more horror. Though, there's definitely horror.
Yeah, see, I don't mind
two.
People don't like that. Ooh, it's not a. It's
No. I'm not saying like. I guess I'm saying that's the only reason why I may put part 1 above part 2 is that it had some more spookiness to it. But the love story thing
for me
was great. Yeah, I mean, I still love season 2.
It all worked.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Season 1 and Season 2, I love this type of storytelling, and yeah.
Keep it going, Flanagan.
Yeah,
sexy
that
genius.
guy. He is a He's a force to be
Yes,
reckoned with.
he really is.
Pretty much everything he's done, I have enjoyed.
Yep.
This is a recommendation because you probably haven't even given this a second thought. But do you know about The Great?
No.
Okay, The Great is on Hulu.
Oh, yes. Who's
It's
in?
got Elle Fanning. Yeah,
Who I actually really like Elle Fanning.
and it's wonderful.
Okay,
Wonderful.
so that's
It is
on my.
so funny.
It is on my queue because it's
funny. Nicholas Hoult.
Beast as well. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's
He's
on
like
It's
Tina.
on my thing.
Like
Gotta
he
check
is
that
just a
out.
despicable, aloof turd bucket.
Okay.
You know, but the shit he's saying is, I mean, and it's nasty.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's nasty.
Sweet.
It's a great show, and I think they're doing a second season.
Okay.
It's Catherine the Great,
Yep.
but it's cool. It's just a really
Yeah,
fun, like...
That one's on my queue list.
We love
already.
that. We love that.
I'll watch that.
Umbrella Academy, Season 2.
They got me with that time travel,
they
man.
They just keep blowing it. As far as, like, pop, pop.
Just like that.
Pop, pop. You know pop, pop.
I do. Community fan.
Yeah. Fantastic.
It really
Fantastic.
was. It really was.
And I can't wait for Season 3. Yeah, I love the whole thing. The whole premise, the characters, everybody is fantastic. Time travel is awesome. It's really good. Really good. I keep trying to get Bobby to watch it. He hasn't watched it at all.
Whew.
You know.
Okay, that's interesting.
He probably needs to watch,
V for 5
Phantom
more
Menace
times.
like 10, 15 more times. Because he just thinks that movie is so great. A masterpiece. And,
Bobby.
So
Bobby.
why would I want to give the time of day to something that's really great? Lovecraft Country. Now, we liked it. We did not love it. And I'll tell you why.
Tell your wife, friend.
It's just so disjointed and weird, and it goes about their storytelling in a very zigzaggy way. And I felt like it really could have benefited to a linear form of storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, fuck that. And some people can deal with that. I just really found it frustrating. The premise is amazing. The performances are amazing. The ghouls and creeps and creatures are so cool. I just was like, ugh. Like, it kills momentum.
I have 2 episodes left. That's my night show right now. And Nish was like falling asleep. I was watching the, Fox demon thing, the Asian chick.
Yes.
And it's amazing. And then the next episode was like Hippolyta and like going into space, going into time. And I agree with you. I really do enjoy the show, but I almost think about it as an anthology show that just happens to have this random through line.
Yeah. It really...
I think about it... That's the only way, because otherwise I would get annoyed, because she's like, what's it about? I'm like, I can't really tell you. Because really every episode kind of deals with this overarching thing, but really it doesn't.
It was frustrating for us. So we don't know that if they continue. We don't know if we're going to continue. It just.
I mean, I have to watch the ending.
I hope that I hope that it
evens out.
Yeah.
I hear you.
But it's on the list because it was interesting and cool.
Never
enough.
seen some of the stuff like that.
Yeah. Very surprising. Stargirl.
Loved it.
Stargirl was super surprising to me. I felt like, Ah, boy, here we go. Another CW show. You know, like, I don't know. Because I'm getting real worn out on those shows.
Well, we're done. We gave up. The end of last year, when Arrow died, we stopped. We finished out Flash, ridiculous. But it was so bad that we're just done. We're not going back.
Yeah, I'm pretty much done. But I'm gonna keep going with Stargirl.
Oh, Stargirl's completely separate.
Stargirl was so fun.
It really is.
So fun, and I was surprised that I liked it so much.
It's an 80s movie with the... I think so. That little brother reminds me of every little brother from the 80s.
It doesn't feel 80s to me at all. But it's super fun. And I'm on board. So, the latest season of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh, yeah.
You know. If you can get behind this show...
He can do no wrong.
If you can get behind
really?
Larry David
yeah.
and the Seinfeldian ways of Larry David, then this show is for you.
Yep.
You know? It was the 10th season. They're shooting the 11th.
Yep.
And I loved it.
Yep.
It just keeps going up. It's consistently good. You know?
Yeah.
It's magic, Jerry. It's magic.
It's so funny when people don't watch Curb, but they're huge Seinfeld fans. I just talked to one of my friends, and she's like, I can't get behind it. I hate him.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I think that's
he's
it.
all of them.
I know, but I think like somebody like Katie, she puts herself in that situation, so she feels so embarrassed or like cringe. She just is
so
like,
cringe.
How can I... Yeah, I just feel so terrible being in this situation. And I'm like, but that's funny.
That's the
like,
show. That's it. That's why it's so good.
Yeah. So, Curb...
He tells you everything that's actually the truth. He just shouldn't say it.
Curb season 10.
Yeah, that was good.
On the list. This is a show that I don't know if you saw, but...
Oh, I saw it.
It's called Solar Opposites.
Did not see that.
It's an animated show by the Rick and Morty guys.
Oh, yeah. I didn't watch it.
It's on Hulu.
Yeah.
And it's great.
Okay.
It really is great. Very fun. Aliens.
Yeah, that's, it's a show that I would watch.
Sure. I mean, it's good.
Yeah, I would watch that.
So that made my list. Sex Education 2. This show...
Tell me this isn't getting canceled.
No, it's not.
Okay, good.
They're already shooting 3. And
okay,
all
good.
Stuff, and it's coming. And
so am I.
But I love this show. And this is a show that I would like to go for 5 seasons, 6 seasons even. Just, I love these characters. I love the situations. I love how dirty it is. I love how funny it is. It all just works for me. And this is one of those weird, like... It's the present time, but it sure fucking doesn't feel like it's the present time. Nobody's dressing like it's the present time.
Yeah,
every now and again you'll hear 80s music that's just in the show. And of course that is very appealing to me.
Yeah. As is Gillian Anderson.
Gillian Anderson is fantastic. I just love the show. I love it.
It is a great... I binged that show all the way...
More Maeve. 100%. I'm all about Maeve.
Yeah, it was a good show. It was a really good show.
So yeah, bring it down. What We Do in the Shadows. Again, for me, the show consistently is getting better and better. And this last season was so funny.
That's on my list, too. I love the movie. I don't know why I haven't watched the show yet.
Oh, you haven't even watched the first season?
Nothing.
It is so funny.
I'm sure...
Matt Berry
I
steals this fucking
I miss
show.
That guy so much.
He steals the show.
If he's just playing Matt Berry, then
he's
that's
Matt
all
Berry.
He's
Matt Berry as a fucking vampire.
Yeah.
And he's great. He's so great. He is so funny. But the Mark Hamill episode is just chef's kiss.
I've heard.
So good. It's a hell of a show. And yeah, they are going forward. Season 3.
That. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just too good. So,
Maybe
I mean, right in my fucking wheelhouse.
I'll switch off to that after Lovecraft.
And then, of course, The Mandalorian. Fantastic. What a season. What a season. Some people would say it's, all fan service. I was eating it up. Like Fruity Pebbles, just give it all to me. I took it, and I ate it, and then I came all over myself, and I lapped that up. It was great.
Yeah, like I think
I'm sure we'll talk about it, and
we'll talk about it on
the show. But
yeah, it's definitely was what the galaxy needed as far as Star Wars goes. Well, because the fans have been so divided, and Mandalorian is the one thing so far that has brought everyone mostly together. So you want to call it fan service, fine. I don't care, because it gave me the things I wanted to see, and that is good enough for me as a Star Wars fan. So
indeed,
you missed. Well, you don't watch Clone Wars, so that's fine. But
it was fine for me. It was fine. I liked the last 4 episodes. Everything else before that, I was like, ugh.
I liked the Bad Batch.
Ugh,
they were fine.
Clones.
But actually, I only liked 2 of those episodes of Ahsoka were complete effing garbage. Like, so bad that I was just like, what am I watching right now? And then they redeemed themselves so much, whatever. But you didn't put Castlevania Season 3, which I love.
Oh. Yeah, that was good.
Show.
I mean, that show's great.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was 2020.
Yeah.
Wow, it goes by so fast, though. Because what is it, like 2-3 episodes? 4 episodes?
They're like...
It's so fast.
It was 4, then 8, and then I think this one was 8 or 10.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Well, we must have cruised through it.
I mean, it does not take long.
Yeah, like
to
25 minutes each.
No, they're like half hour, I think.
Really? Full
That's what I'm
hours?
saying. Like, it's really...
Was The Witcher 2020 or was The Witcher
No, that
2019?
was 2019.
Okay, because that would have been on the list too. But
yeah. It's really hard. I mean, because you guys all know, last year was so weird that I don't quite remember what came out when and all that stuff. So there might be other things, and you guys put it in the comments if there's other things that you really dug from 2020 and we missed out on or whatever.
Yeah.
So we're trying to keep these things at an hour.
Yeah.
We got 7 minutes.
Okay. Well, let's really quick. For me, the big toy of 2020 was the return of Masters of the Universe. Huge. If you're a He-Man fan,
And G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe came back, but
I got.
I'm talking about for me, and I do have some of those Joes, but for me, He-Man coming back in a big way. He-Man coming back to where they're widely available again. They're actually in department stores. Was something that I have wanted for years, and I've complained about it for years, and we finally got it. And it took some time, but now He-Man is back, and they're everywhere. You can't go into Walmart now in the toy section without seeing a shit ton of that first wave,
Yeah.
I know that there's Targets and Walmarts around the country that already have the third wave out.
Haven't even seen one of the second wave.
I have all of second wave except one character, Man-E-Faces. But other than that, I do have the second wave. But the third wave is already out. People are buying them up. People already have Panther and Battle Damage He-Man, Battle Damage Skeletor.
What is going on?
It's just a slow, it's slow. But I tell you what, though, as soon as January 1st hit, the toys were everywhere on, online sites.
Yeah.
Big Bad Toy Store,
That's
Entertainment Earth.
Yeah, that's the good thing.
Amazon.
You can get them all online, and they're not. And now that it's January, they're not scalped.
Yeah, no, it's
the
like,
pricing is $14. Yeah, thank
you,
God.
scalpers.
Stupid scalpers.
So that was the biggie for me. Masters of the Universe is back, and this year is the year of the cartoons coming to Netflix. Both cartoons. We're gonna get more toys. We're gonna get toys based on the cartoons that are like the 6-inch and highly articulated and all that stuff.
God damn.
So it's
we haven't even started, is what you're saying.
It's here. It's here.
Yeah.
Jackmon. So
Yeah, I agree. I mean, He-Man and G.I. Joe was a reclamation of some of the 80s nostalgia that I needed during these dark times. So I'm really excited to see what else they're going to be putting out next year too with these new shows. But yeah, a lot of my stuff is on pre-order coming out this year that I'm excited about. Hot Toys. And I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of Mezcos and all that kind of stuff. But, I got that Starship Troopers Funko. I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, I saw you had that, and I want that.
It was,
I'm gonna have to look for
Black Friday did a sale, so I bought this Sandman, which isn't up, but he'll go there. Diamond Select Sandman, which is massive. And then that guy, they were both like $25 together. And I was like, what?
I don't like Funko, but that's really cool. If you like Starship Troopers and you like the bugs,
that's
I want that bug.
I was like, where else am I going to get this? A Starship Trooper thing without spending $1,000.
That's why I got the V Funkos. I'm like, where am I going to get V toys?
That's it.
So I might as well get the V Funkos.
That's it, man. Yeah.
All right.
So that's it. That was 2020. 2021, we're looking forward to more toys.
Yeah, we'll have to do a separate...
Yeah, we'll just do a separate 2021.
What we're looking forward to.
Yep. But thank you for coming back to the not inaugural episode of Gourmet Scum, but I don't know. I think it's nice to have a place on the channel, and you guys will see more shows coming to the channel that tick off all the boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something for everybody.
Yes.
On this channel who enjoys pop culture.
Yeah.
And genre television or film or toys or collecting and all that stuff. It's a little bit of everything.
Just because we love the 80s doesn't mean we don't love modern things.
Clearly. Clearly. The modren is everywhere.
Yes.
We love all that stuff, and that's what these shows are for.
Yeah.
To give you a little bit of everything. So thanks. And the podcasts are back.
Podcasts are going to be going strong, now, whenever, when this
Somebody's listening to this right now in podcast form.
Yes.
Hopefully we're able to get our fans back. Putting these back on the old...
that'd be interesting to see what the downloads are like. Because now they're really high. They're even higher than before. So that'll be cool to see what that's like. But, hit subscribe.
If you're listening podcast, subscribe.
Well, yeah, if you're listening to podcasts. But I mean, if you're watching, subscribe as well. Let us know what you watched this year or what you bought or 2020 and what, gave you some happy times.
Joy, yeah.
Yeah.
What was your geeky joy in the year of 2020?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I hope you had some.
That's good. That's a good name for this episode.
Because we really need geeky joy in 2020.
Yeah, geeky joy of 2020.
Joy into the funk fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, well that's it, guys. So, water flavored syrup. You know what I'm saying? Gourmet Scum.
Yeah. All right. Bye.